Aha! Here we go. The draft is underway. We are getting started. We have Tomb of the Spider Queen, one of the smallest maps in Heroes of the Storm. We are getting bans of Zagara out of Sycom eSports, and their opponents will be the Leftovers, who have banned Kael'thas. Both very strong. Saw Zagara in another game earlier. Just the creep and the vision that she can provide is just too crazy. Leftovers will go ahead and pick up that Tyrande, still very, very strong, even after her recent nerf. And Thrall as well, very, very strong, very meta hero here lately. Very strong laning potential, very strong kill potential if backed up correctly. All right. And then over on the Sycom eSports side, we have Jaina, a nice bursty champion. We also have Johanna for their tank. Muradin has fallen off just a tad, especially after his recent avatar nerf, where his avatar basic attacks no longer do their mini stun. So Johanna is definitely risen back up. She can do tons of stuff. She can do the minion wave clear. She's got the stuns. She's got the slows. Just an all-around fantastic tank. And then Sycom also went ahead and picked up that Uther. Really, really good pickup for them, actually, because that will deny the Leftovers that Divine Shield for that Thrall. Man, these guys are going fast. Zeratul and Falstad banned out. Falstad, an excellent assassin. It's a good ban, mainly because, especially on this map, his fly can get him just about anywhere. So that's a good ban. And then Zeratul, denying that stealth, denying that void prison, can be such a huge game changer. Just an excellent, excellent ban. Leftovers are picking now. We'll probably see their tank, and there is Diablo right there, along with Raynor. So we have excellent, excellent kill potential, and this is that absolutely wonderful Diablo Tyrande kill lane. We may see some roaming on their part. There's a lot of stun, a lot of damage, a lot of displacement. Over on the Sycom side, we did see a Sylvanas pickup, which Sylvanas is absolutely fantastic on this map, especially when pushing with a Webweaver. She can push with a Webweaver solo, keep that Webweaver alive a lot longer because she can shut those towers, shut those forts down while the Webweaver does its work. And interestingly enough, Sycom also picked up Malfurion. So got a lot of heal potential. I would be surprised if we didn't see Malfurion taking a little bit more on the damage side of the talents. Possibly even Twilight Dream, maybe? Can we dream, people? We can. We can totally dream. We can totally dream. And then it looks like the Leftovers will grab that Sonya. So lots and lots of damage over on the Leftover side. They did choose to go solo Tyrande support, so we'll probably see that extra heal talent from her as well as Shadowstock to round the healing off. So the big damage potential is going to be Sylvanas and Jaina on the Sycom side. So they're going to have to really do a good job and keep them safe, because their damage potential is going to fall off ridiculously if they let either of those die. But between Uther's Divine Shield and Malfurion healing, it should be good. So we'll just see how this ends up going. I'm excited to get this game started. So I'll let you look at that draft because it's absolutely wonderful for a second, and we'll confirm with the teams. And then we'll get this show on the road. All right. We're in the lobby. Everyone is readying up with all these pretty skins. Oh my gosh. So many pretty skins. And I apologize if the names at the top are kind of wacko. see if I can fix those once the game starts, because I don't have super elite OBS skills yet. Working on it. Try. Have a cool little AFK screen, so counts for something, right? All right, almost readied up. Just waiting for list of the leftovers guys. Oh man, we are 10 of 10 guys. Let's get this show on the road. Here we go. Sycom eSports versus the Leftovers on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Alright, so like I was talking about before in the draft, we really want to keep an eye on the Leftovers for that insane kill gank potential of the Diablo and the Tyrande. There's a lot of kill potential there, even with the Thrall. I mean, the Thrall's got his wolf that he can use to root people in place as well. So we have a stun, we have a throw them over your head and knock them back. We have a root in place. There's so much CC on the side of the Leftovers. The battle begins. All right. Okay, that kind of looks okay. You can kind of tell who's who. It's not centered, but we don't care because we're just having fun here, right? All right, we've got CDN Playa, and I'm going to apologize beforehand if I mispronounce anything. Like fate. I'm just kidding. CDN Playa on Uther, Fate on Johanna, Rebel on Malfurion, Kingfisher on Sylvanas, and IUDA on Jaina. And on the red side, we have High on Thrall, Flimsy on Diablo, Juice on Sonya, Dervish, Tyrande, and Mongoose down here on Raynor. We got a nice 5-man started off. eSports really just coming out strong. This has been a very, very popular 5-man push a tower, get that quick experience early on. Sylvanas, it looks like, is going to be laning against Raynor. Raynor, it should be a pretty decent lane down here, especially with Raynor's trait. He should be able to keep himself alive, but Sylvanas is going to be doing a lot of damage. Looks like we have just big clump rotations right now in the top, rotating between top and mid. Flimsy Muffin taking some damage. Nice blizzard there, and a root. Well done, but Tyrande does get the heal off, and he's not in too much danger. He is Diablo. Got lots of health. Sycom just doing a really good job rotating back and forth between lanes. They're just trying to finish these off really, really fast, and then they're just leaving King and Mongoose to kind of fight it out in the bottom. Diablo is coming down. Sylvanas was able to see that gank coming. Juice is going to have to be careful, especially with this 4-man rotation just going back and forth. Blue doing Sycom's doing a really Sycom doing a really good job with their rotations though, and making sure they get all the things. Malfurion has a nice root down, Blizzard goes down, and it does actually manage to kill Diablo. And this is where Leftovers may run into a little bit of issue. It's really hard when they solo Tyrande, especially early on, for that healing. So Leftovers is going to have to be really careful and watch for these ganks. And what's really interesting is I thought that Leftovers were going to actually end up doing a gank lane, and it looks like Sylvanas did manage to kill Raynor down bottom. But it's actually Sycom eSports that's really pulling the gank lanes right now, and they're doing a really great job with this 4-man rotation. Already tower down, second tower going down in the middle. Sonya is top by herself, but she's going to have to be really careful. Blue is rotating back up. Good play by her watching the mini-map, making sure to back out as those guys disappeared from the middle. Sylvanas getting really low, and this is the kind of gank that I was wanting to see. Sylvanas did lose quite a few spider butts there. Only 12 turned in so far. Always so much action happening on this. Uther turning in 11. And Diablo down there with Raynor helping to just get some pressure back on that bottom lane. Sycom doing a really good job still at their rotations. They're just about a half a level ahead right now. They are probably going to hit that level 7 first, and they will probably looking for an engage of some sort with that extra power boost. Diablo still kind of hanging back, looking for some sort of gank, but Johanna doing a really good job of keeping Sylvanas safe down there. 20 spider butts going into the coffers of Sycom, and we're already at 36 out of 50. Diablo in a lot of trouble, and this is something I saw the last game I casted, but I loved this snowstorm on this map. 30% extra range increase on the radius of Blizzard. It's huge. There's so many just small, tight corridors on this map that the extra Blizzard is absolutely insane. Along with the slow, I mean, look at all the stun and slow and root potential of Sycom. Leftovers are going to have to be really, really careful when they're engaging, especially in those tight corridors. Jaina turning 4 in. We're only 4 away, and it looks like Malfurion will turn those in. And Sycom will get the very first Web Weavers of the game. Nice stun by Uther. Stun misses. Lunar Flare did miss by Tyrande, and a beautiful Blizzard by Jaina to finish that off. And that extra Blizzard size, you got nowhere to go. Blue Web Weavers are coming down. Sycom has opened up about a level lead, and they are going to be pushing hard. And this is where Sylvanas is going to come in really handy. They can let these two Web Weavers just kind of do as they will in the middle. Nice stun by Uther, condemned by Johanna, and they're just able to melt Raynor. Raynor is a bit squishier after this last patch. He did get his base health nerfed some, and so even with his passive healing, he can get bursted down. Blue doing an incredibly good job rotating to the middle. Johanna is going to have to be really careful, or excuse me, Sonya is going to have to be really careful. She does back out of there though, sensing impending doom. But Sycom just going crazy on these, and almost level 10. Leftovers are going to have to be really careful because level 10 for 2 levels is going to be a really, really big deal. So we do have level 10 by Sycom now, and man, Leftovers are just going to have to soak. They're going to have to play this very passively, very carefully, and this is a huge, huge deal. Looks like we have a... Oh no! Dervish! Dervish! He was party bushed, folks. So sad. So, for that first thing of Web Weavers, usually you normally want to just focus on getting gates and towers. If you can get gates and towers down, you're in pretty good shape. Sycom got 2 forts, and they just picked up their 3rd fort. This is huge. They are now level 11 to level 8, almost a 2.5 level difference right now. I just don't know what the Leftovers are going to have to do. Stun on Thrall, nice condemn. Divine Storm by Uther. Beautiful pick on Thrall right there, even right near his gate. And that's the power of having your ultimates versus not having them. We have Wailing Arrow on Sylvanas. Twilight Dream. Got my Twilight Dream, yes! On Malfurion. So we got that nice AoE damage and silence. Water Elemental on Jaina. Blessed Shield, of course, on Johanna. And actually, as we saw, we have Divine Storm on Uther. So Sycom is feeling good enough to say, okay, we're feeling pretty confident. We don't need the Divine Shield. We're going straight for crowd control and damage. Which, in a lot of ways, that's exactly what they need, because they aren't running that 2 assassin and basically an assassin in Sonya. They've just got the 1 assassin and a specialist. So any more control, any more damage they can put in is going to be great. Poor Sonya with 60 gems. Absolutely insane how many gems that the leftovers have on them right now, but they just can't turn them in safely. We have Giants pushing bottom, and Sycom now rotating around. They're just trying to save the Giant. Oh, okay, sweet. Sonya got turned in. Red has got some, oh no, Sonya does get caught. Water Elemental comes out. Apocalypse does go down, stuns everyone. Uther taking a lot of damage. There's a silencing arrow! And the Twilight Dream, so much silence! And the leftovers are just getting pummeled. They have nothing else they can do. The web weavers are out, but unfortunately the leftovers just don't have anything to support them now. 4 members to nothing, and they are now down again a full talent tier and 3 levels. Unfortunately, these web weavers end up only being a small stall, which in some ways is good for the leftovers because they need a little bit of time to regroup, but at the same time, that's gotta hurt because you really want those web weavers to be able to do more. But now they have to be careful. They're down a talent tier. They're down 3 levels. Shadowstock does go out to try to get them back. Stun goes down onto Raynor, but he is able to get back. Huge blizzard though, and the heal from Shadowstock and Raynor's passive just able to keep him up. But man, Sycom Gaming just pushing like crazy. The top web weaver is still alive barely. It looks like they may be able to take out those 2 towers, get some much needed XP, but there's still a 3-level gap right now. So what do you do right now if you're the leftovers? Right now, all they can really do is soak, soak, soak. Stick together as a team. Look for Sycom to get cocky. Try to get picks off. Sycom is just started to flirt around with the boss. And honestly, the leftovers got to know this. They don't see him anywhere on the map, and it's like, okay guys, we can't let them get the boss. We need to do something about this. Boss already at a 3rd health, going down quickly. Red team has to do something now, or else they're going to be dealing with the boss. Apocalypse does go down, but unfortunately it's just a little too late. Hyperion does go down as well. Lots of damage going down onto blue team, but none of the members have died yet. That double sustain of Uther and Malfurion just doing such an amazing job keeping all of Sycom up. And now the boss is on a rampage, and we might see a keep here. Diablo did manage to soul resurrect, but he is going to have an awful time holding out against the boss and 5 members of Sycom. Still with a 3 and now with a 3.5 level lead. Sylvanas just shutting this keep down while the boss wails away. Leftovers gonna have to be super careful. Condemn goes out by Johanna. Flimsy just doing anything he can to knock them back. Mongoose trying to just shoot from the edge. Stun goes out onto Diablo though, and he just melts. After soul resurrecting, his HP is just not what it used to be. Boss is now on the core. I don't know what the leftovers are going to be able to do. They're trying to get that boss down as much as they can. Sonya goes into the middle, but so much damage going out, and this is that 4-level deficit. It's just so hard to team fight. Tyrande ends up going down, and this core is in serious trouble. We have blue web weavers on top of all of this. Kingfisher getting pretty low, but the water elemental comes out, and Raynor goes down as well. Core now 34%. Apocalypse goes out. This is most of them. Rebel just running around stalling while Uther and Jaina wail away on this core. 5%. And unfortunately, valiant though as they were, the leftovers just could not repel a boss and web weaver pressure with all 5 members of Sycom up and 4 levels ahead. GG's to all. Great game, guys. Always a complete pleasure to cast these and to see these played. Shout out to Chair League for the awesome recreational matches. This is a really, really cool community-centered content, and it just started. If you're interested in doing something like this, just go to chairleague.com. Make yourself a team. They play Monday nights and Thursday nights. It's just a blast, and all levels. It's an amateur league. This is a great place to start out. Grab some friends, and just get a little more structure than maybe necessarily the team league. It has been my pleasure to cast for you all. I am TBK. You can find me on Twitter at TBKZord, or if you like Here's the Storm and like podcasts, then you can check out my podcast as well, Lords of the Storm. Links are below in the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight, and have a wonderful night. See you later.